Welcome to another episode of You Know
Ball, baby!
Brought to you by the Run the Play Network.
Yes, sir.
All right, Philly Phil is here today. Phil, what's good, brother?
Hey, messed up last week. Didn't make my All-NBA First Teams 2024-25 list, and now I'm going to present it this week.
Let's go, but let them know what they need to do first.
Hey, yes, sir. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Run the Play Network on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well, and let's get to it.
Let's get to it, Phil. Let's hear. You want to start from the bottom or the top?
You know what? Let me go from the bottom to the top.
Really?
Let me go from the bottom to the top.
Okay.
Because I feel like the first team is, well, you know what? Never mind. Let me go from the top to the bottom.
Top down, let's do it.
My bad. All right, so first team All-NBA predictions for me. First guard, Luka Dončić.
Okay.
Second guard, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, we're looking the same.
First forward, Jayson Tatum.
Same.
Second forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay, let's hear the center.
Center, Nikola Jokic.
That's what I'm saying. The first team, it's not like
I don't feel
we
like
know
it's
what
going
it
to
is.
change.
Yeah, maybe Embiid gets in there, but he's got to hit that games number, and that whole back-to-back thing is kind of sketch.
That was crazy to see today, man.
Did you hate it?
I don't hate it,
I like it
too much because I feel like he realizes this is an important season. Like, he can't really mess up. And so for him to prioritize trying to be healthy towards the playoffs, I think that's a cool sign.
I think so, too. And I feel like a lot of stars already don't play back-to-backs. It's just he said it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's fine. I like it.
At first, well, I think it was only because, like, in fantasy aspects, I was like, dang it. But then, like, you know,
But it's basketball.
Yeah,
you know?
as a Philly fan, I'd be like, okay, all right, we
That's
locking
what
him
you
down,
want.
making him, like, get to that 65 mark, then locking him down.
But that kind of worries me on how they could get to like a higher seed in the East as well, because the East is stacked, especially at the top. So I don't know if they're going to be able to compete with like the 1 through 4, 1 through 5 seeds. Like I had them at I think 7th on my predictions, and I think that's probably where they're going to end up, especially if Embiid is missing back-to-backs.
Hey, when Embiid's missing them back-to-backs, Adam Bona gonna lead the team with Paul George and Tyrese Maxey. I'm just playing around.
Respect Drum.
I like Bona though, and
What'd you
Drummond's
say?
back there.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What'd I say?
You said I like boner.
You said it.
No,
with
I
the
said
R.
Bona.
You put the hard R on
You
it,
said
bro.
boner.
I swear I said Bona. I'm so sorry.
Edit this later.
I'm so sorry, yo. I meant Bona.
Yeah, I felt like I heard Boner,
You know what?
and Izzy felt like it too, and he
I
got
messed with
you in his
Adam.
ears.
I messed with Adam.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Mr. Bona.
Anyways, moving on to my second team All-NBA predictions. First guard, Stephen Curry.
Whoa. Let's not go too fast here, okay? What makes you got Stephen Curry there? Because I feel like you're not as Stephen Curry as me.
I just really feel like this season's going to be big for him, man.
Yeah.
I really feel like everybody was telling me, oh, it's not that big of a deal that he went off in those last 2 games in the Olympics. I'm like, bro, I really feel like that's what he needed. Like, I'm strong on that. I really feel like that is the boost to get him going. And the team they have around him, I know it's not anything like super crazy, but it does support the needs of that team, how the team is set up. It supports small ball. And I think because of that, it's going to help him on what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
And
it's going to be a good fit. I like that team. I've been like that team. But I don't agree with you on the Olympic thing, but I feel like we've talked about that 1,000 times. So.
I know. I really feel like that gave him a boost. I really feel like that gave him confidence. I think Curry's going to get close to his prime this year. Close.
Hey, I mean,
scoring-wise.
I feel like he's banned, but you know how I feel. What's your next guard?
Hey, second guard, Anthony Edwards.
Okay, Ant-Man.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really too much of a shock. That man, crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna go out there and hoop, bro.
Watch Starting 5 on Netflix.
Facts.
I love it so far, though.
It's such a good show, bro.
For real,
But
man.
I do feel like on Twitter they kind of hyped up Ant's entrance.
What'd they say about Ant's entrance?
They kept saying like, okay, nice. They kept saying, like Anthony Edwards, the way they introduced him in the second episode, I felt like when I watched the first episode, I didn't feel that type of way. Even though Twitter.
Honestly, it kind of bugged me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to lie, because I guess I watched quarterback and receivers, and I was used to, like, everybody being introduced in the first episode. I kind of wanted Ant and Domantas Sabonis to be in the first episode. Like,
that show's so good, though, bro.
It's good, but I just wish there was, like, the same camera time for each episode for each person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just being for real. I'm only on episode 3, though. Only on episode 3. I didn't finish.
I'm on
yet.
episode 3 too, actually. I think I just finished episode 3. I finished it last night.
You're at the part where we won the in-season tournament?
Wait, that's episode 3?
I think so, or 4, 3 or 4. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I watched more. I was watching with my family, and we just
maybe 4 because maybe I did watch it. I don't know. That got nothing to do with the NBA. What's your forward looking? My fault.
You guys got to watch it though.
Facts.
All right, my first forward, Kevin Durant.
Whoa.
I think he's gonna make that jump. I think he's gonna.
Whoa! Don't say that jump.
Yeah, because wasn't he? He wasn't on the second team last year, wasn't he?
But I guess. I mean, when I think of like that jump, I think of like a young dude who's like making that jump.
No, I'm just thinking he's gonna get back on the second team list.
Okay,
that's what I'm thinking.
So you're feeling good about the Suns this year?
I'm feeling good about Kevin Durant.
Okay.
I don't know about Devin Booker and all that. Not too much.
I've been watching a lot of King of the Fourth Quarter, and he's been talking about how the Suns playing with Budenholzer is going to be good for their offense. And I'm starting to get on their train a little bit more. You know, I think they're going to take a lot more threes this year. They got KD, Grayson Allen, Devin Booker. Like those are dudes that should be shooting. Bradley Beal, and they took a lot of mid-range shots last year. I think they're going to kind of start yakking them. So
along with Royce O'Neal and Okogie, those are going to be big guys for them.
Yes, they got to. They got to hoop for them.
I wonder if Iguodala's actually going to get some good playing time though.
Probably. I mean, I feel like that team isn't super deep. There are other centers, Miles Plumlee, other than Nurkic. I wouldn't be surprised if Iguodala takes minutes from him. So
honestly, yeah, that man can move. That man can move. All right, second forward, LeBron James. I had to put LeBron in, man.
What's he averaging?
Huh?
What's he averaging? Ballpark.
I think LeBron is going to be averaging 24, 8, and 7.
Okay, then that's second team level. I don't know.
You know what's funny about that?
Huh?
He averaged that last year.
Yeah.
And he didn't make it.
I'm saying that's second team level. That doesn't mean you have to be on the second team. I think that they had the second team wrong, but I don't think LeBron being off of it was wrong. I just think they had the wrong players to be over him.
Yeah, I still think LeBron should have been second team last year at most.
And I think I said this in my episode. It's yours, so I'm going to let you cook. But I feel like wins should matter a little more for all NBA teams than they do like all-star games, for example. And I don't think I think the Suns maybe could be competitive. Maybe. But I don't think the Lakers are going to be competing for like anything really other than the play-in.
It'll be complicated, bro. It's going to be complicated. Right now I'm just seeing that we're going to try to look like a more organized team and a little better. But with what you said about wins, I don't know. I feel like with this, I think it should just be like, because when I look at this list, I should just be looking at players who I deem are just like the best players. I feel like with wins, you'll just see like their team is winning, but how much are they contributing? I feel like this is almost like we're looking at who's going to be the MVP. Because first team All-NBA.
Well, MVP matters for wins. Wins matter for MVP. That's just like a fact. Like the only dude that really got that love for that was Westbrook, but that's because he averaged 30, 10, and 10. And it's not like they were bad. They made the playoffs. So I feel like wins matter for MVP. Wins matter for this. I think All-Star, when people are like, oh, he didn't win enough games, I think that's pretty stupid because it's like it's an All-Star game. You want the funnest, like obviously the best players out there. But for All-NBA, I feel like you're like, these are legacy things, you know? And I feel like being on a winning team should matter. I'm not saying like Drew Holiday should be on it or nothing like that, but I do think the best players that are winning games should be on it.
I understand. I just feel like best players overall should just be on it.
It's fair.
Yeah.
There's no like set way to vote on it. But yeah.
I don't know. The voting system's been weird for a while. Anyways, my second team All-NBA center. I got Joel Embiid.
All right. Playing it safe. I like it.
I just think that, I think he's for sure going to be here because with that whole back-to-back thing like we were talking about before, I think this is actually going to keep him healthy, and I think that he's actually going to be over or at the 65-game mark.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
what I think.
If he gets hurt, bro, losing those extra games from the back-to-back is going to kind of
Oh,
suck.
yeah. That's
But-
going to really suck.
Yeah, I definitely think Embiid will be in there.
Shout out to you fantasy league owners.
Facts.
For real.
Shout out Hunter. Hunter got him.
All right.
You know what's funny about that? He was
What's
telling
up?
me, he was like, bro, the whole time I was like, fuck, if I get stuck with Embiid, I'm going to be pissed. Gets to his pick, it's like Jokic is off the board, Ant's off the board, Shea, Luka, Wemby's off the board. Like, you got to take Embiid there.
I wouldn't be mad if you took Davis. You wouldn't take Davis there?
Nah, bro, Embiid compared to Davis, at least fantasy-wise, is and basketball-wise, but
I was going to say Davis plays more games, though.
that's true. But, I mean, you're talking about 36 and 12 compared to
That's
26 and 10.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't know, that's
Embiid
tough.
is statistically ridiculous, bro.
He really is, man. We predicted him to win the MVP over Jokic.
Yeah.
What was it, 35, 10, and 8?
Bro, fucking stupid.
Or was it like 33, 10, and 8? Either way, he was in the 30s, averaging 10 rebounds with 8 assists.
It was
or
35
7.
plus, I think.
Wow.
Like, it was, I got the numbers here.
That is
Last
insane.
season, he averaged, Basketball Reference. Why'd you have a pop-up on my screen? He averaged 35, 1.7 blocks, 1.2 steals, 11 rebounds.
11 rebounds?
Yeah. He's a beast, bro.
Stay healthy, man.
Please do.
Please stay healthy, bro.
I remember when I was talking to Hunter, I looked at his stats from that one game when he
Mm-hmm.
had 70. His fantasy points, he had like 95 fantasy points that game.
I remember
bro.
that.
That'll win you the fucking like week.
One of the weeks, this one guy had him and Tyrese Maxey, and both of them combined to get him like just those two by themselves got him 216. I was like,
That's ridiculous.
the heck?
He's ridiculous. He almost shot 50, 40, 90 last year too.
Really?
Yeah, he
Okay,
shot 50,
Embiid.
53, 38, 88.
Y'all Sixers fans pour in, bro. I'm for real.
Treat
Y'all
him
got to
right,
be
bro.
on all of them, especially Paul George.
Yes.
Paul George needs to step up when Joel Embiid or if he takes the rest, man.
Way off P.
Now, for the final All-NBA predictions, the third team. The first guard I got here, I got Jalen Brunson.
Okay, I respect it.
I love Brunson. Second guard, I got De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron Fox is going to get up there.
I don't got it, but I don't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do like it, and I think I don't know if you saw what happened today with his contract.
Oh, yeah. I saw something pop up, but I didn't read what happened. What happened?
So pretty much you just blessed him there. He
Yeah.
declined his contract. They offered him like a 180 or 210 or something. It was something big.
180 or 210?
Yeah, something. It was like big money wise, but he
Yeah.
declined it because if he makes All NBA this year, he qualifies for 345 M's. 345.
What?
Yeah. 345 if he makes All NBA. So you're blessing him if he makes All NBA, bro.
345?
3, 4.
You Sacramento Kings fans, bro. Where the hell y'all getting that money?
Shit.
That is crazy. All right. I hope he does make it, bro. I know I got the Kings and Lakers. We go at it, but I like Fox. I like the way
Yeah,
he plays.
He's
so.
a dude to like, bro, for sure.
Honestly, yeah. I like the way he plays. But I hope he does make 13. My first forward I'm going to have on this list, I got Paul George.
Whoa.
I got Paul George
I
on
don't
this
like
list. I got Paul George, 13.
What do you think he averages?
I think that he's going to do, and especially with the Embiid news that just came out, I feel like instead of the role that Paul George was describing he was going to try to be, like he's going to let Tyrese and Embiid do their thing. I think that Embiid's going to be like, nah, Paul, we need you and Maxey to lead the way while I'm taking a little rest until the playoffs come. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not saying a rest where it's like he's still not getting the stats, but I feel like Paul George is going to come up big in the moments, and he's also going to average like what he averaged last year. I want to say, what was it, 21, 4 and 4?
Yeah, you
Or
think
5 and 4?
That's good enough to make All NBA?
I feel like he's going to go up a little bit and average 23, 5 and 5.
23, 5 and 5. His All NBA year, last time he averaged 23, 7 and 5. I just feel
23,
like
7 and 5.
the kind of difference is this year it's way more stacked.
Mhm.
I feel like it's going to be a lot harder for teams to make All NBA.
Especially for that third team spot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to compete with, like, KD,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron, Kawhi. Like, I know you don't love him, but, like, you still got to put that respect on him.
Well, I'm not saying. I mean,
And-
I love
sorry.
Kawhi. He's like, it's not like, yeah, he's a flipper, And yeah, I hate the flippers, but I mean, he's still one of my favorite players. I like him. It's just that his knees are the thing that always scare me. And I feel like with this year, they're going to ask for more of him, and that's going to put way more stress on his knees, and then boom, he's going to be out for a bit. I'm not praying on it, though. I just think that's what's going to happen.
Prediction. You know, the NBA, and I didn't know this last week when I did it, and I probably should have told you today.
Yeah.
But I forgot that they're doing positionless all NBA teams now.
Yeah. Oh, wait, positionless? Like there's not going to be guard, forward? It's just going to be players. 1 through 5?
Yeah, because I thought they just did that for all defensive team. But Joseph was here doing baseball today, and he was telling me about that. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Oh, man.
But I just think that makes it a lot harder for him to compete or get that spot.
There's about to be 4 point guards on the first team.
That's what I'm saying. And, bro, Embiid and Jokic are going to be on the first team this year.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Healthy Embiid, of course. But, yeah,
exactly.
I don't know if Paul George gets his numbers there. I think it's going to be Maxi's team to hoop on.
I was about to say, with that new rule, never mind, my bad.
But no.
Switch it up.
Rock with your list. 2 guards, 2 forwards. It's realistic.
All right.
Stick to your guns.
My next and second final forward. I got Zion Williamson right here.
I love it.
I gotta put Zion here, bro. I have to. It's his team for sure. They're about to trade Brandon Ingram. He's got people around him that are definitely going to be giving him the ball. He's going to go crazy. I'm just worried about the whole Herb Jones at center thing. I'm worried about that a little bit because there's going to be switching.
His numbers.
It will. The rebounds are going to be there for sure, and it's going to help him on the defensive side because he's definitely going to get switched on the center. Like, I don't want Herb Jones guarding the center, bro. Let's be for real. With his 210 self, I don't want him guarding no center.
I watched the Shams video of him, like, saying the quote, and pretty much, like, they're running positionless basketball. So Herb Jones isn't going to really be the center. Yeah. I think Zion's going to be the center, but they pretty much said that they're running positionless basketball.
It's just going to be for offense. Like, they just want, like, a 5-out type
smoother.
Thing. And 4-on-1.
Now you could start your best 5 players. Like, you don't have to really overthink that. So I actually don't hate it at all. I do think, like, in the group chat, you were a little overreacting.
Well, it's because, like, if this works, they got to play like the Pacers. They got to play fast-paced basketball.
They're going to have to. I think they're going to.
Because if they don't play fast, when they let teams get into their half-court offenses and stuff, they're going to get killed. Especially if it's going inside. I think they're going to get killed.
I don't think they're going to. Even, like, you look at that team, bro, and to get the ball inside is going to be tough with DeJounte and Herb Jones playing perimeter defense.
I don't think so, man.
Why?
Because imagine if they have a forward that can play make. Because then you got to deal with who's the small forward in that. So you got
Brandon. It's gonna be
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, I think defensively Zion's gonna guard 5s. Like I know they said Herb Jones, but it's just not realistic.
Yeah.
It's gonna be DeJounte, McCollum, Bi, Herb Jones, depending on matchup, and then Zion. So I just don't see like. Sure, 1-on-1, Zion would probably get backed down by some bigs. Yeah. But you don't play basketball 1-on-1 in the NBA, bro.
I mean, yeah, it's just that, when you, like, for example. You have
Herb Jones and DeJounte there to help, bro. Those are, like, 2 of the lengthiest players at their positions in the NBA.
I'm not saying that they can't stop some guards sometimes, but I know that the ball's definitely going to be, like, teams are going to, their whole game plan is going to be take it to the paint, like, prioritize trying to get into the paint to score. Because that interior defense isn't there.
It's good. I think it's gonna be good, bro. I think they're gonna be a good defensive team. That might be crazy to say, but I think like, bro, having like, again, like I'm saying, Zion, sure, 1-on-1. If you put a like post up center on him, it probably wouldn't be the best. But you have Herb Jones and DeJounte there as help defenders.
Yeah. Wait. DeJounte as a help defender. I mean, he's a good defender, but
he could help.
It's not like he's gonna come down and like bother the center. If you want to do that against players like Jokic and stuff like that, that's not going to work.
Bro, but nothing works against Jokic. Like, I think Jokic and Embiid are unrealistic comparisons, but dudes like, I think like an AD that would fuck with AD.
I don't think that fucks with AD.
I think that would fuck with AD, bro, because you're talking about dude. It's not like, I'm not saying like DeJounte's going to come down there and pack him, but poking the ball or getting in his grill is going to bother AD. We've seen that bother AD.
Or he kicks it out and shooters open like D'Lo or Reeves or something like
that. But DeJounte is long enough to get there. So I feel like that's covered. And it might take time to adjust to. Yeah. But once they figure that out, bro, I don't think this is going to be as big of an issue. I do think they do need a backup center. Like, Daniel Tice is cool, but he's not, like, the guy, you know. But I think for the first year to try it with this core, I think it'll end up working out.
All right, hopefully, man. Expect. Hopefully, because we were thinking if Missy was gonna play.
I want him to play.
Well, he's gonna have to.
Yeah, he is. But I do
he's
like.
Gonna have to.
I do like the idea of the best 5 being the 5 that they're rocking out with.
Yeah, they just got to work on that cardio, man.
They do. They're gonna have to run.
Get 10 pounds down a little bit more, bro. I'm just being
that's
for real.
What I'm saying.
All right, and my last position in my third team All NBA predictions at center, I got Anthony Davis.
I'm not mad at it. I just think, bro, like, if this is the outcome, bro, the Lakers better be a top 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you have 2 All-NBA players and you're not a top 4 seed?
2 All-NBA. Oh, you talking about LeBron and AD?
Yeah.
Well, weren't they both on the list last year?
Yeah, they were third team. But
they still were on All-NBA.
But I just don't know, like, that's my thing, and that's, I guess, how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like, if these 2 are as good as everyone says they are, and they're good enough to both be on All-NBA teams, then this team should be a good team. You know, like in last year, like Brown was on it, so the Celtics had 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a good team. I feel like good teams should be highlighted a little more in this than the Lakers.
Because of your throwing some shade at my Lakers. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be good. You got to be good to be on this list.
I mean, they are good. I'm just saying. LeBron and AD are good.
If you're saying MVP voting wise, let's say hypothetically these are the top 15 players, bro.
I say for the first team.
Just for the first team?
I mean, if these guys, because think about it, Luka, SGA, Jayson Tatum, Giannis, Nikola Jokic. So obviously Luka and SGA, those are 1, 2, or even 1, 2, 3 with Nikola Jokic. Mm-hmm. And then Giannis is number 4.
4 probably.
And then Tatum
might be under Embiid.
Might be under Embiid if he's healthy. Like,
yeah, obviously. There. I think if we're looking at it like that, like, so you're saying the first team has different ways to be voted on than the second team?
I feel like it's a little higher up. I feel like these guys are higher than the second team.
What do you mean?
I feel like the stats they get are way better than the stats the second team gets.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
That's why we both have the same 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But do you think the way that they should vote on it, because that's what you said, like the first team should be MVP candidates, and then the second team should be best player?
Just best players overall in the NBA.
That, bro. I feel like if you're gonna do it, you should do it uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm saying, like, All-Star could be the funnest players, best players, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's All-Star game, you know? Like, realistically, if you're like, bro, no, Tim Duncan's the GOAT. He has 16 All-Star appearances. Like, I don't give a fuck how many All-Star appearances you got. You feel me? Like, they put Dirk and Dwayne Wade in the All-Star their last seasons because they were old. You know, so it's just a boosted stat, but you would never see them put them in All-NBA. You know? All-NBA players earn it. I don't think Kobe was All-NBA his last year in the NBA.
I don't think he was either, but he was barely putting up stats like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's got to be earned. It's got to be, like, you're contributing to winning basketball. You're all NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, that's just how I look at it, though.
No, that's not a bad look at, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just complicated, bro. I feel like the thing that messes me up, and then we're going to get into our awards too, like later on, guys, but I just hate how every single time they're always changing the way this thing goes. Like, yeah. I hate how it always changes because I feel like we had the right mindset of it, but now, like, with what you just said, like, I was getting used to the whole guard, forward, and center. Now it's going to be anybody.
Like the all-defensive team where it was 4 centers and Drew.
Man, that was...
I just think it's cool to highlight the players out their positions. I don't like the way they're going to. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, highlight the best 15 players in basketball, you know? But I just think, like, it's cooler to highlight the best players at each position.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's not like I need a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward. Because realistically in basketball at this point, it's so hard to tell the difference.
Exactly.
Like everyone's going to – and people are going to lose votes because of that.
I blame the Warriors.
No, for real though. So it's like I think it should just be the best not the best. I think it should be the best players at each position.
But am I right, though? The Warriors ruined basketball in the NBA. They ruined it.
No, don't say that.
They ruined it.
Don't say that.
They ruined it.
How?
They ruined it. They're the reason why positionless basketball is so popular right now.
Oh, I like positionless basketball, though. I don't think you have to make an All-NBA team positionless. I don't, like, it's not like they're out there actually hooping, you know, so it doesn't fucking matter who's playing what position. But I like positionless basketball.
I'm not going to lie. I hate it.
Why? It's so much more fluid. It just feels good.
I feel like we're just not giving, like, we're kind of making traditional centers and even just centers overall like obsolete. Like
I think they were until the last like 3 years, where it's like now it's like, bro, center might be the best position in basketball right now.
yeah, because there's no like you can't. So let me tell you this: the centers that are going crazy in college, like Hunter, that dude, like who was playing for Kansas.
Hunter Tyson?
Not Hunter Tyson. What was his name? He had a long name. Hunter Richardson. Hunter.
Who's Hunter Tyson?
Dickinsale. Maybe that's what
That's
it was.
who it is.
Like he's not on any roster because they're like, oh, like he's just not that big enough. Like people don't like take risk with these centers coming up no more. Like there's a dude who played for, I think it was Armando Bacot.
Yeah, but that's different,
He's
bro.
a like little red. I'm just saying we're not taking risks for that. Like we'll take more risks for like smaller guys. They'll be like, oh, 6'8", dunk, playmake, this and that. He could play center. Let's put him there.
But that's different, bro, because in the NBA, like, there's been so many players who have busted in that archetype.
yeah.
Pause. But you look at like Tyler Hansbrough, who I believe was like a top 10 pick. Like he was that traditional center, but those players are just like more fit for college. That's not the game or anything. You know, like Tyler Hansbrough, I could think of like Kaminsky, who is more of a traditional center.
Yeah.
Thomas Robinson, like a Derek Favors. Like those dudes are cool.
Yeah.
But they're just like they're not the best way to play basketball. And having those dudes, and I'm not saying like, obviously I'd rather have an Embiid than like a Draymond at center. You know, but I think like you have to be that good of a guy. You look at like a I don't know, Cooper Flag is more versatile, but you look at like Zach Edey, who's the betting favorite right now to win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, like he's getting his respect, and he's kind of he's a traditional center. So I just think you have to be good at it. Like you don't want to be a Tyler Hansbrough. You know who I really like who fits that role?
Who?
Luka Garza.
Oh yeah,
Luka Garza is a real center.
I like him.
I do too, but it also is like you're slow, bro, and a lot of basketball switching. Like you put Luka Garza out there with like the reason you don't like Rudy Gobert, bro. Yeah, he's not switchable, right? Yeah, that's what you say.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm for real. Yeah.
So I just feel like it's like if you don't like Rudy Gobert, how are you gonna ride for 100 Dickerson?
But
unless you're a racist.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I'm playing. But what I mean is like I'm never just gonna be like, oh, like I hate Rudy Gobert, but like we need him in there. Like he's a center. Yeah. Like I like other centers over him. Believe me. Still think Anthony Davis should have won. But we need guys like that in there.
Okay, then let me ask you this:
need him in there.
Hunter Dickerson, right, or Luka Garza? Let's say who's probably a little better.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a Luka Garza playing your center, or would you rather have? Who is like not a traditional center right now? Like Herb Jones.
I'd probably go Luka Garza at center.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because Herb Jones is a really, really good. He thrives at the forward position. Like I'll push it if it's a power forward position. I'll maybe push it because if I want to space the floor, but I don't want him playing the center.
Okay.
I don't want him to.
Luka Garza or Julius Randle at center?
Well, I mean, Julius Randle has experience, and he's 6'9" and has to wait for it.
But he only has that experience because he played, like he got put in that position, you know? Like traditionally, he wouldn't have that experience.
But, I mean, even with the Lakers, there were times we would sub him in as a center because he was a 6'9" power forward that weighed like 240 pounds.
Like Zion.
Herb Jones is 210 pounds. I'm cool with Zion, like, working it out, but, like, if the Pelicans were to make that announcement and be like, oh, Herb Jones is officially playing the 4 and Zion's playing the 5, I would understand that because Zion is, 250? Well, now he lost weight, so
but I think Shams just took the quote out of context, bro.
Okay.
Because I think Zion is – they pretty much just said they're playing positionless basketball, and Herb Jones is going to work as their center. That's what he said, but I don't think that was the quote the dude made. I'm just trying to think of dudes that could play center like that. Like Draymond. Luka or Draymond?
Luka? Garza or Draymond? Ooh, that's a good question.
KD or Luka Garza at your center spot?
I'm not going to lie. I'm going to need Luka Garza at the center position.
Why?
I love KD, but I'd rather have him play the 4.
But I'm saying like...
Are you talking about height-wise, or are you just talking because...
I'm saying you're building a team, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I could have KD on my team, but he could play center. Or I could have Luka Garza on my team.
But then could I still get KD next to him? Who do I have next to Luka Garza playing the 4? Because if I have a sucky 4, then I might as well just go with KD at the 5.
Let's say KD's at your 5, and Harrison Barnes is at your 4.
Okay.
Or Luka Garza's at your 5, and Let's go with a. Who did I say was the 4 for KD?
You said Harrison Barnes.
Let's say Luka Garza is your 5 and Jabari Smith is your 4.
Oh, I definitely gotta go with the Luka Garza, Jabari Smith.
You're wild. You're wild. Bro.
I have to.
We're
that
talking about
makes sense.
KD.
That makes sense. KD at the 5 and with Harrison Barnes at the 4, who I know has played the 4 before. But you just told me Jabari Smith Jr. at the 4 with Luka Garza at the 5.
We're talking
That
about
can
KD,
work,
bro.
I'm not saying KD sucks,
I'm not saying you're saying
but
that.
at the 5,
But low key, you are if you're saying like KD at the 5 is more efficient than Luka Garza is at the 5.
because he can shoot and do that. But,
Not even.
but on
I'm not saying
defense,
I'm not saying efficiency scoring wise, but I'm saying if I'm a coach and I'm like, oh, we're going against Luka Garza tonight, and let's say my center's let's say my center's like Daniel Gafford, hypothetically.
I feel like we got to build out a whole team just for that, like to see what it looks like with KD and Harrison Barnes, and then the rest of the gang in the starting lineup, and then Luka Garza, Jabari Smith Jr., and then the rest of the.
This is what I'm trying to say though.
Gotcha.
I got Gafford and I got McCollum. I'm like, fuck it, we're screening and rolling all night because I know Luka Garza. If he gets switched on McCollum, it's a bucket.
Yeah.
If KD gets switched on McCollum, it's not as likely to be a bucket. Correct or incorrect?
So we're basically going off switchability.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a little more important. Now, if we're talking about a Rudy Gobert provides a little more, and he can close out those shots. But Luka Garza just can't, and he's a back-to-the-basket center.
Okay, so I understand that. If it's switchability, then yeah, because if it's gonna be every play, like it's pretty much it's just the play where like Chris Paul always switching centers onto him so he can get that little midi over them.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be that the whole game, might as well just put KD at the 5.
But I'm saying, like, wouldn't most NBA teams do that? If not all?
I don't know.
If Luka Garza was the starting center in the NBA, don't you think a lot more guards would have 40-point games against the Timberwolves?
Unless Jabari Smith Jr. gets switched out.
I'm saying whoever's Jabari Smith is guarding, stand in the corner. Come here, give me Luka Garza's man. Bring him.
Oh man, you know what? In that instance, then yeah, I got to go with the KD Harrison Barnes little lineup there.
Because like,
what this is gonna be a whole bunch of switches.
What benefit would the Luka Garza side have?
I mean, he's got the weight, so he can definitely stop those bigger centers.
Like
in
the
there.
back down.
Like
game?
at least he would hold his own a little bit better, I think, than Kevin Durant on the backup game.
I think 1-on-1, yeah, but I don't think basketball's played 1-on-1. I mean, maybe with Harrison Barnes helping, he'd get fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
I don't know. That's an interesting little like aspect right there, though.
Yeah.
But you see where I'm coming from, and I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, 100%.
I just positionless. It's probably because it's new to me, bro. It just bothers me sometimes.
I love it, dude. I just think it's so much like it's pure. You know, it's like it's the same game, but everyone could do everything. You know, like when we played basketball in high school, it wasn't like Phil, you're big, you're the center. It's like Phil, you got to learn the guard drills, you got to learn everything. You know, because that's how basketball's played. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But you guys let us know in the comments below. Positionless, position. How did Phil do on his All NBA teams? Make sure to like, subscribe, follow.
Drop down if you like your traditional bigs, man.
Drop down.
Drop down.
Drop down.
Drop it down in the comments.
Drop it down for me. If you like traditional bigs, drop it down there for me, nephew.
All right, but anyways, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Run the Play Network on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. Me and Ann are done. Let's bounce.
Bounce, baby.